When Lucille Ball passed away in April 1989, her estate was estimated to be worth approximately $40 million, an amount that reflected not just her immense success in television, but also a series of smart investments in real estate, production, and collectibles. She was not only the face of one of the most iconic sitcoms in American television history, but also one of the most financially astute entertainers of her generation. Lucille Ball owned several prime properties throughout her life. One of the most notable was her Beverly Hills mansion, located at 1000 North Roxbury Drive, a property she shared with Desi Arnaz during their marriage. The home featured sprawling gardens, multiple guest houses, and a grand design reflective of old Hollywood elegance. After their divorce in 1960, Ball retained the property and continued to live there for years. She also owned a retreat in Palm Springs, where she often escaped the glare of Hollywood and enjoyed privacy with close friends and family. These properties, particularly the Beverly Hills estate, appreciated significantly over the decades, ultimately adding millions to her net worth. One of the most powerful financial moves Ball made was her decision in 1962 to buy out Desi Arnaz's share of Desilu Productions for $2.5 million. That acquisition made her the first woman to run a major television studio. Desilu was behind hits like Star Trek, Mission Impossible, and The Untouchables. While she later sold Desilu to Gulf Western for $17 million in 1967, the transaction solidified her as a formidable businesswoman in an era when few women held such roles. That sale alone added a substantial amount to her wealth at the time. In addition to her business ventures and real estate, Ball owned a valuable collection of memorabilia from her career, including costumes from ILoveLucy, original scripts, and awards. Over the years, many of these items were preserved, while others were auctioned posthumously for significant sums. She also had substantial investments in stocks and other assets, managed by professional advisors. Lucille Ball drove a succession of luxury cars, which included Cadillacs and Mercedes-Benz sedans. Her favorite was a 1970s silver Mercedes convertible, often seen when she made public appearances later in her career. She also owned earlier models of Chevrolet and Lincoln during the peak years of her fame, though cars remained more of a personal indulgence than a public statement. At the time of her death, Lucille Ball's estate was divided primarily between her two children, Lucy Arnaz and Desi Arnaz Jr. She had ensured that her wealth would be preserved and managed carefully. The rights to ILoveLucy were not owned by Ball at the time of her death, having been sold along with Desilu years earlier, but she continued to receive residual income from a variety of other shows and appearances. Her estate included royalties, property holdings, and valuable personal effects. Lucy Arnaz, already successful in her own career, took responsibility for managing many aspects of her mother's legacy, including the handling of estate assets and rights related to Lucille's likeness and name. Some of Ball's memorabilia has since been donated to museums, while others were sold at private auctions. The Beverly Hills home was eventually sold, reportedly for over $3 million in the 1990s, a considerable amount at the time but still far below what it would fetch today. Lucille Ball's wealth did not vanish into obscurity after her death. Through careful planning, trusts, and legal structures, her fortune remained largely intact and beneficial to her heirs. She ensured that her family was protected financially, and that the material symbols of her career homes, cars, memorabilia were treated with care and intention. Some of her remaining possessions now reside in institutions like the Lucille Ball Desi Arnaz Museum in Jamestown, New York. Lucille Ball's estate stands as a masterclass in how to turn celebrity into long-lasting financial strength. Her real assets, both literal and strategic, built a fortune few entertainers of her time could rival. She turned television stardom into empire-building power with unmatched precision and lasting financial control.